All right, guys. Welcome back to the Sayin Society. Because me and Jagad are both sick. I'm kidding. Welcome back to the Sayin Society. You have myself, Jachik, and Jagad. Justin couldn't be here, so we're doing this episode without him.
He was patient zero.
Sure. So we were talking about One Piece anime, One Piece manga, and then Bleach anime. Not a lot to talk about, but we'll jump right into it with the One Piece anime, episode 1071.
So like
Or 1072.
1072.
1072. Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
This is the episode that should have been what last episode was,
I agree.
or the hype that everyone was waiting for
100%,
last episode.
100%.
I know you guys mentioned it last pod that they should have done the intro, like the episode before, and then had that episode be like that Ultra Instinct moment.
Yeah.
But I think like I forgot the names of the animators for this episode. But they popped off, man.
Yeah, they did.
Like, there's that one sequence. I know everyone's been, like, posting it on Twitter and stuff. And it's just, like, when you have Luffy kind of just, like... He's, like, I don't know what he's doing. He's kind of, like, just, like, the shadows are, like, kind of shifting on his body. And you can tell that it's, like, it's kind of off model. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Which scene are you talking about?
It's when he does the clap. And all these colors are coming out and stuff.
Okay. No. But
Yeah.
there's another scene where all these colors pop off when he, like, gets into the gear second pose.
Yeah,
And then
that's
all
the beginning of
like,
it.
The
The
beating in
beats?
his chest.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause
That
it-
entire sequence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
No,
whole
that sequence
sequence.
is
Yeah.
crazy.
Because then he does
Yeah.
the clap, and then it hits Kaido, and Kaido's just like, damn.
Yeah. Did that
Yeah.
happen in the manga?
Not like, no,
Like,
not
I
like
don't
that.
think he claps
no,
him like that,
no,
right?
that was a whole, like, that was an
He just
animated
got-
thing.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That's like...
That was
he-
sick.
Yeah.
I was surprised seeing that. And then, I don't know if you felt this way, but when I saw it, it kind of reminded me of when Pain versus Naruto. And you know, like that ugly ass, like
Yep.
it's not the same
Yeah.
thing, but that
Yeah.
ugly ass scene of like Pain
Yeah.
punching down,
Yeah.
and you can see that like
The
his
ugliness,
face. You
yeah.
pause frame it, and you just see how ugly his face looks. It's kind of like it was showing like that type of like art style to it,
Yeah.
but like it was clean. Like,
But see,
like if you pause frame that, it's all clean.
People were making that same comparison to the first episode of Gear 5, and people were like, how are you guys gonna shit on this when it happened with Pain, and now that's happening with One Piece? You guys are just switched up, right? Like, both should be trash, right? And it's like, no, they
Nah, it's
weren't
not the same.
it weren't executed the same. And like in the Naruto versus Pain fight, they were going for the like fast
movement. There's a reason why they did that.
feel
Yeah.
of like blur or whatever.
And it adds to it. It's
but,
not like
but I feel like it didn't work. Like
was-
there's
yeah.
moments where I was like, "What the fuck am I watching?
Like-
Why is this so garbage?"
well,
Like,
I mean,
especially when
the Pain versus Naruto fight is sick. So it's
no, it like the entirety of the fight.
yeah, but
I'm
you're saying that
there's
moment.
sections of the fight, like especially when Naruto's like in I think
It's really just
six tail form or whatever, and he just like fucking
It's
looking all
just that-
wonky and like chopped up and shit. I'm like, what the fuck
it's
is
just
that?
the one episode when they're running
Yeah,
on
yeah.
water and he's like Pain's running away and he
Yeah, I mean
he's
it
like,
got
yeah.
memed the fuck out of. So
Yeah.
yeah, but no, in this episode it worked really well. You wanted to mention something that we didn't talk on the last podcast about in the anime, how they talked about
I can't remember.
the discovery of the Nika fruit.
Oh yeah. I forgot what it was. I was like, what are you guys? Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah,
the
what
word-
the heck, guys?
Yeah. No, actually, like Gorosei, flip it. What the fuck, man? No, but this might be like a writing issue for Oda, I
Yeah.
think, because the wording that like when we read the manga, most of the time we're just reading the leaks or the
Yeah.
fan translations,
Yeah,
and then sometimes you get mixed up with what the official is.
yeah,
So then when you have like the anime and you have their translation, you're kind of just like, okay, so this is clearly what they're going with.
yeah, for sure.
And from that conversation that the Gorosei had, where they're talking about this one fruit that's kind of been evading them
Yeah.
for centuries, and they've been trying to get it, and they name drop that it's the gum fruit, but it's
Yeah.
actually really the Nika fruit.
Yeah,
That makes it seem like they already had information about what the gum fruit is, and now Oda needs to like figure out how to correct this. Either I don't know, like
because like essentially the issue that he's saying is that like you're telling me that this world government who has like so much knowledge of the world wasn't able, like as soon as the somebody showed up with a gum fruit, they would have pulled up and like
yeah,
killed him ASAP, knowing what the fruit actually was.
yeah.
Right?
They should
So-
like Luffy should not have survived this long.
As far as he did, no,
Yeah.
that's
And I-
100% correct.
I
Like,
understand
why?
all
Yeah.
these like circumstances. Dragon came to help him out. Marineford was,
Even-
Whitebeard and
Nah,
everything.
even
But
then.
Yeah, even then, it's
Even
like
then.
they should have been throwing everything at him. If this is a
Yeah.
fruit that they've been going after
No,
for
100%.
centuries, like it doesn't
Yeah.
make sense for them to.
The
just
only way it
let him
makes
go.
sense though, and I think me and you were talking about it, is if the Gorosei were more like hands off, where they don't give a fuck unless it pertains directly
But
to
they're-
them. Like they don't care what happens in the world unless it's directly affecting.
But the thing
them.
is, they're not like that. Because the fact that they showed Emu with 3 posters and Luffy was one of them,
yeah.
it shows that they're kind of trying to stop Luffy, and even having the involvement of CP0 in the Kaido and Luffy fight,
yeah.
like they're really.
But I don't think
they should have been doing this prior to it.
But
Like,
I
why
think
are
it
they
wasn't
doing
up
it
until
now?
this stage that it like he became to a scale to affect them. You know what I mean? Like for
No.
example, like it's like
That's like poor planning.
it is poor planning. That's the thing. It is poor planning.
But the Gorosei and Emu seem so controlling that it doesn't
Yeah.
even seem like that's
how it should have
yeah.
gone. No, that's true.
But like, if you think if they hadn't done the time skip and you're like, okay, the entirety of One Piece is just 6 months of like them sailing,
yeah.
then you're kind of like, okay, maybe like it just didn't hit their radar yet because
Right,
Luffy's
but for
been like
2 years,
Luffy's been evolving so quick with it.
he
right?
has.
But then
But-
the 2-year time skip and then he comes back. It's like the point that he came back is the point where they should have been like, we need to stop this guy.
Okay, but at what point did they realize he came back? It would have been at Dressrosa.
No,
Why not?
because when he showed his face back at the beginning.
At the
When the pacifistas
archipelago.
see him,
Yeah, you're right.
And they're all
You're
running
right,
after
you're right.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then,
So then from there,
you're
they
saying
should have
they
been
should have
after
like
him.
just thrown all the military might and just followed.
Not
this
only
guy,
that, but
figure
they
out where
like
he
we
is
should
and
have
shit.
we just should have been seeing stuff. Like
And I think,
people
but we
following
did
that.
though. But the thing is, I feel like post Fisherman Island, we did see like CP0 involvement in Dressrosa and
Not
stuff
really.
like that,
They
right?
didn't
Like
really do anything.
but we saw that they were there, like lurking, like waiting for this moment, right? Because what if now, like, hear me out. What if their issue was like they weren't aware of like what if Luffy had already awakened the fruit or not, and they weren't sure if he was a being capable of being defeated. So they were waiting for a circumstance where he'd be put in a position where you could defeat him, like guaranteed defeat him, right? Because it would have been pre time skip. Sure, let's say they had no idea about him.
Yeah.
Post time skip, now they're aware of him, but it's been 2 years, and they're like, what if this guy unlocked his Devil Fruit power like completely?
I guess.
And now that's not somebody you can just pull up on.
Maybe,
You know
but
what I
even
mean?
then, like, I think with Fishman Island, they should have sent somebody down there after him. Punk Hazard makes sense that they didn't know he was there because
Yeah.
that's an uncharted island.
Exactly.
And then Dressrosa, like, again, somebody
Mhm.
should have been there.
But
like,
they did have the CP0 there.
But if Fuji, like the way Fujitora was there,
Yeah.
like he should have been doing more.
But see, like this is all. Yeah, that's true.
And then-
that's true.
And then Zoe, you can say again, that's nobody knows where Zoe is.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's fine.
and then
But then Whole Cake
Whole
Island,
Cake's-
that's a Yonko territory.
Yoko
Now they
Tech-
can't, yeah.
exactly.
And the same with Wano, they're like we had a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what the time frame is from Fishman Island to Wano, but I think that's got to be a month and a half or
We
2
had
months.
pull up our Twitter chat. Somebody put it in there. I think it's 3 months in total.
Yeah.
Like
So
so,
it is
that
pretty
means
quick.
if you add, not including the time skip, you
Yeah.
have 3 months prior.
And 3 months before.
It's 6 months.
Yeah.
So like you're like, come, I guess it's okay that they didn't fucking pull up on it
No.
right away. In
Because
6 months time,
as much as like the pacing is screwed up, like there's so much, they react so much to everything
everything
that's happening
else.
that like
But we haven't.
they need
seen
to all
them.
kind of
Okay, hold on. Have we seen the Gorosei react to anything else?
film red, bro.
I'm gonna shut up. Fuck off with that movie. But see, other than that movie, they don't react to shit.
I mean, yeah, but we're seeing more of them now,
Yeah,
and
now.
considering that they brought
You're fucking hilarious, bro. You're fucking hilarious. Anyways.
hopefully we bleep that out.
Yeah, anyways.
Hopefully.
So, great episode. We fucking digress like crazy. It's
Yeah.
a great episode.
It was a great episode.
Next episode's going to be wild, too. I know a lot of people were like, because the color change with Kaido,
Yo, yeah,
his scales are now light blue.
Yeah.
If that's either an artistic
different-
choice
or a
is that
different form.
or is that a hybrid form? And a lot of people have
no,
been
I
speculating.
think it's artistic choice.
I think it's artistic choice as well.
Yeah.
The only thing is like him being a Yonko and not having a hybrid form or not having awakening is dumb.
Is that not the awakening?
Is that how his awakening?
Like when he has his clouds and stuff on him, is that not the awakening? Because if considering that he has the fish model fruit,
yeah,
that is the awakening. Him going to a
See,
dragon
so I had
is
said
the
that too,
awakening.
right? I had said that too, but
'Cause-
now I can't even say what I'm trying to say because it's manga spoilers.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll talk about it later then. But the fact that he has clouds around him,
yeah.
I think that's the significance of him being awakened,
So
right? Because you have Gear 5, he has cloud. He has
Sure.
like this cloud stuff around him,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
What are you sharing? Like,
All right. Talking about the One Piece manga.
yo, chill.
All
No,
right. So
no,
now I
no,
can
wait.
say what I want to say.
No,
What?
no.
What?
man.
What else you got to
Because
talk about?
I still gotta talk about
Okay,
the
talk
anime.
about it. Talk about the anime, bro.
The soundtrack for the just the sound effects,
Fire.
the goofy ass sound
Yeah,
effects.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think they did that really well. I don't know why people think it's like overdone, but I think that was nice.
No.
And then it was just like the little, if you see like the little moments of Luffy just literally doing the most Looney Tunes ass shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like he's like you saw him like speeding up, and eventually his like feet are turning into like the circles
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
animation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he starts running, but then he starts
Yeah.
running so fast that like his face gets like sucked into his face.
Yeah.
So they just pull it out, and then you see his face in
Well,
front of him,
Same thing.
and then he puts it back on top, and he's like, okay, and then he starts going.
Same thing happened when he got thrown off like the island.
Yeah,
He like just runs his way back on, just like on some Looney Tunes
Yeah.
shit, right?
and then he gets fucking Kaido right behind him, hits him in the back of the head,
Yeah.
and the spike comes through his face.
Oh yeah.
And then he has like the wonky ass face, and
Face,
he's just
yeah.
running around with like his mouth out,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
doesn't know. Yeah, he
I
looks
do
so
want to.
funny.
I
and
do want to
goofy,
say
man.
though that the manga panel of Luffy being giant,
Yeah.
way better than the anime scene. The anime scene didn't hit as hard as the manga panel did.
Maybe not. Maybe.
Because of-
it's
because of
very
the shading-
similar. but
No,
yeah.
no. It's because of the angle,
Yeah.
the shading, everything of the manga panel.
Yeah.
You see that and you're like, wow, this is fire.
Yeah.
In the anime, it just kind of looked like they didn't use the angles or anything like like the shots that Oda was using,
Yeah.
and they just kind of show like a big Luffy pulling up on a small
Yeah.
Kaido, right?
I mean, even, but his jump rope was sick.
Yeah, it was.
His
It
jump rope was insane.
But yeah, they don't
man.
because in the manga he literally just jumps once.
Yeah.
This he's like
He's
a
jumping,
ball,
yeah.
and he's a ball and he just hits the ground
Well,
and
it's not.
explodes
It's
and
not
shit.
once. It's just because it's only like one scene, right? Like
Yeah.
it's just like
well,
one
I mean,
panel.
yeah, it's
That's
one
why.
panel, but we
Yeah.
don't see the whole
the whole way down.
everything
Yeah.
that doesn't happen in the
And
manga.
then Kaido also blast breaths him mid thing. We see that, and then that's how he gets
we
sent
do.
over.
We do.
Yeah. Okay, I think now now we can talk about the manga. What's up?
No. Now I want to talk more about the anime. No, I'm just kidding. The manga, yeah. So what I was saying, this is for manga 1090. And so we'll talk about that, but what I was saying about Awakenings
Yeah.
is that basically like Rob Lucci.
He has clouds.
Yeah. So but look at his Zoan Awakening. Look at how it is compared to Luffy's, right?
Okay.
Same thing. Clouds on his shoulders, clouds
Yeah.
like this. Clouds like this.
I got
right?
it. No, but he also like Kaido also.
Kaido
had
didn't
clouds.
have the same sort of thing.
If
he didn't have the
if
same
you look
way.
at it, you'll
He
see
had
clouds around
clouds-
him all the time.
Yeah, but he has clouds because he uses his clouds to lift things up. Like that's an aspect of dragons. Like Momonosuke. Momonosuke uses the clouds.
You can't use Momonosuke because he's literally there's the need factors from Kaido's
Okay, so then why can't I use him as an example?
because they're both it's both the same fruit. You
So
can't say
what-
dragons like
So what am I saying wrong?
because it's the same fruit and
But you see,
the new stuff we've been learning from with lineage factors.
Yeah.
Like he just awakened faster.
He's like so you're telling me that Luffy with his clouds
Yeah.
could lift up Onigashima.
No, I'm just saying.
So then that's what I'm saying. Like the cloud aspect that you're saying is his awakening is actually part of his devil
I'm
fruit
saying
ability.
even if you look at this figure, he has clouds coming from his like wrist area. Like he has a different set of clouds, like the zone awakening ones that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Around like his neck, like this neck portion right here, he has like a separate.
Pull up the scans right now. He doesn't, bro.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Continue though. Like they're not gonna just randomly make a awakened Kaido just for the anime onlys. That makes no sense.
When did I say he is awakened?
No, but you're saying like if he wasn't awakened,
Yeah.
you're saying the anime is going to do an awakening.
No,
Or
I
you're
never
just
said
saying,
that. I never
So
said
then
that
what do
at
you-
all.
what's
All
the
I said was
conversation
some
for that?
people were saying that his awakening
Yeah,
was the change in color is showing that he's awakened.
but what's the
And the thing
what's
is
the
in
basis
the,
for
and then
that?
in the because the whole basis of that he's a fucking Yonko and that he can't not have an awakening
I
to
know,
be like a top tier
but
guy in the verse.
what I mean is like, what's the basis that that's his awakening versus not this form? That's what I'm asking.
like the dragon form?
Yeah, why isn't this full dragon form his awakening? Why is it that color palette change is the
The
awakening?
color palette change, he's in the dragon form. Because the reason why people were saying that
Yeah.
is because when Luffy does his like the final attack on Kaido, Kaido does his strongest attack or
Okay.
supposedly strongest attack, And you would think he'd go to his strongest form to unleash his strongest attack. So people were saying that his hybrid form is his dragon form, or not his hybrid. His awakening form is his dragon form. And they're in the anime, because in the manga we couldn't see that, but in the anime they're showing it through the change in color. That's what I was saying.
Well, when you think about him fighting Gear 5, he went. Why would he go into his full dragon form to fight Gear 5? Right? He knows that Luffy's awakened. He knows that Luffy's using armament and he's using Conkers all together.
Yeah.
And he chose to go into his dragon form.
Yeah, like hybrid makes more sense.
If that was his peak form.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm saying it makes more sense if this is his awakened form. Because how it's so hard to fight something as big as a dragon.
Yeah.
That can just devastate an island with a fucking blast breath type of thing.
The only thing is, like, how do you, like, apply...
That's gotta
like,
be awakened.
How do you apply hockey and shit, like, as a dragon? Like, on your fucking
I don't know.
nose?
But again,
You're
obviously it's like
bashing your face and
circumstances. It's like what
everything?
he wants to, like...
Yeah. But the thing is, we never see the clouds, like...
Yeah, I'm
off
gonna
of
look.
him
I
and
think...
shit.
Cause I think those are flames on his wrist. So I'm like...
Okay.
I got that's... Here. I don't even know if this is not even real. Shit, never mind.
Okay, anyways, so the chapter you got.
Yeah. So the chapter first starts out. We have Luffy kind of trying to give away information.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, shit, shut up, man. Like, he's about to tell him how many people they've lost or whatever.
He, like, snatched the
snail.
The
And
snail,
he's like, I'm Luffy,
yeah.
I'm going to be king or some shit.
Yeah.
But they hear Robin in the background. And last chapter, we were talking about how, like, you know,
Yeah.
Where's Robin?
Yeah.
she's just there. She's chilling. She just
Well, she's
wasn't
not just chilling. She was.
she got injured, but you know, there was nothing more to it. You know, like.
Yeah, it's just off screen. Yeah.
But I'm gonna pull this up. Just so Saturn actually talks about what their 3 things are that they have to protect.
Yeah.
They talk about the safety of York. So
yeah,
it's kind of weird because before this, as much as York wanted to be a celestial dragon and stuff, you don't really know if or we didn't know as readers if the Gorosei were actually gonna do that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So the fact that he's saying that we have to protect her means like, okay, like they're actually
because the whole mother flame
thing. Yeah.
So yeah,
because they could have also just, you know,
used her and then
right,
for sure.
Second is the Punk Records like facility.
Yeah.
So now they can't do shit with the labo phase area that they're in because
they can't. That's literally like the hub.
Yeah. Right. So these guys are basically safe as long as they're in there.
Yeah.
And
which also answers the question as to why they didn't just like nuke the island is because of these 2 things.
I forgot what the third one was.
Third one was the power plant.
The power plant?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure third was the power plant.
I think so.
Yeah.
But that kind of that restricts what they can do now.
Yeah, a lot. By a lot.
So much.
Yeah.
And it's weird because I think the progression of this chapter is so that they can have a full scale war.
Yeah.
Because now that we know what's at stake, they need to get Luffy guys out of there.
Yeah.
So that way they can actually like just go toe to toe.
Well, I mean, like as we see in the chapter, they try to like dip out, right? Like they try to leave the dome.
Yeah.
And try to escape, and to where are they gonna escape to?
Elbaf.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this Elbaf.
It's coming.
Everyone's waiting.
It's
waiting. Joy Boy Theories is waiting.
It's coming. Bro.
Arthur, Library of Horror.
Yo,
like all
everybody's been waiting for
Geo.
Elbaf.
They just name dropping all these
bro,
One Piece dudes. Like this Elbaf stuff's been waiting for so long, and we know that Shanks is there too.
Yeah.
And literally, like he's the next one left until Blackbeard. So
that's true. So, but the thing is, like, I had mentioned how Punk Records is in like a dome.
Okay.
And in the previous chapter, or maybe the chapter before that, it says 100%.
In the background?
No. On the dome,
yeah.
It says 100%. So that means like the energy
is at 100.
Is at 100, and it can go down. So they can like.
Oh yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense because they have like the shield.
Yeah.
And it's at 100%.
Yeah, exactly, and it can like go down. So they can like do an onslaught and then.
I know you guys. Last week, you guys talked about. I think was it you guys? You guys talking about Bonnie being Katarina? Did you guys mention that at all?
No, we did not.
Is that this chapter? That's this chapter thing. Oh,
That's
I thought that was last chapter. Okay.
So
well, I mean,
just get into it, bro. Get into it. Why do you think Bonnie's Katarina?
I don't think so.
Oh, you don't think so?
I don't think so, but I can see why people think that Bonnie might be Katarina because there's a change in behavior,
100%.
and even
it's a drastic change.
Even Luffy mentions it, And then there's also like the lipstick stuff on Bonnie's lips,
which is different.
which different from what you normally get. But
Yeah, like that's
I
her.
like to think like there's two reasons why I don't think it's Katarina. One, I think is Bonnie just like she just saw all these memories from Kuma.
Yeah.
That's for sure changing her opinion on Vegapunk and what she was thinking.
Okay.
Because she had thought one whole thing where once she saw Kuma's memories, she's like, okay, like it's not really what I thought, right?
Yeah.
And then two, how would Katarina even get into that safe space?
The dome.
Yeah, because even the admirals are having a hard time getting in.
Like 3-4 chapters ago, we had seen Blackbeard was coming to Egghead.
Yeah, but he wasn't even on island yet.
No, but they probably got to island prior to the Marines getting there.
Without Vegapunk realizing.
Yeah, because he had his hands occupied with this whole CP0.
But the way
shit going on.
No, that doesn't add up.
Yeah, what do you mean it doesn't add up?
No, because like as long as Luffy guys have been there, it's only been really like a day.
Yeah, and they pulled
that
up.
They've actually been there.
They pulled up.
They were even just out on the oceans and shit.
Yeah.
And his random machines went and grabbed their shit. Whereas if Blackbeard is in that same situation, the ship's coming closer, they would have done the same thing.
But
the only reason they can come in
onto, like, for example, they could teleport onto island, could they not?
But they were also dealing with law guys. You're saying like they set up Katarina prior to even like anything.
What do you mean
happening.
they're dealing with law guys?
When Blackbeard was dealing with law.
No, they remember like I don't know how many chapters ago we literally see the Blackbeard flag.
I know that
in front of Egghead.
I got that.
Yeah,
but that's during like while this is already happening. While
Marines are not there.
But
the Marines are not there.
But these guys are already in that labo phase area, like protected area. Are they not already there?
I don't think so.
And Bonnie was also in that secret chamber where Kuma's memories were.
Yeah, she was.
So like,
I think it is Katarina because of like she was just crying and she like learned this entire thing about her dad and everything. So this is fucking hella tragic. And how are you just gonna be okay with it all of a sudden? You know what I mean? And the thing is like that the lipstick thing is like that's how she looked in her bounty poster.
Yeah.
And so it makes sense if Katarina could like change. Because where's Blackbeard now? You're telling me Blackbeard's out there with the Marines? No chance.
Blackbeard's probably not even. We don't even know who's on the ship.
Okay, Blackbeard pirates, bro. You're telling me that ship is out there with the Marines? No chance.
I think so.
How are they just there like that?
Because they're off to the side. These guys don't even know that Blackbeard.
They're off to the side. But when the island's surrounded, they're off to the side somehow and just not.
Well, we don't actually know how close they are.
They're close, bro. They're close to enough for us to see the island from their ship. Like it's like, you know what I mean?
No.
And that was prior to them being there.
So you think they're coming to pick up Katarina, or how did they give? Like I don't understand how Katarina got there.
I think they're on island. Blackbeard pirates are on island.
Okay.
Yeah, and the thing is, like they basically think, yo, we're gonna dip this way, do it, because as the chapter progressed, right?
Okay.
We saw Luffy guys were like, okay, we're gonna grab the ship and we're gonna dip and we're gonna kudo burst out of here.
Yeah.
Right. Blackbeard guys are gonna fuck that entire plan up.
Probably.
Yeah.
But
because they're already on island.
I know, but
you're telling me
being in the labo phase, that doesn't make sense to me.
But they're not like.
It doesn't make sense to me for them to make it in. It makes sense now that Luffy guys are leaving that area.
Yeah.
That now Blackbeard guys are gonna pull up.
So answer this, right? You know how Van Ogre can teleport, right?
Yeah.
Could he not teleport onto the other side of the lava phase?
It depends on how his teleportation works.
So I think he could. Right?
Maybe.
Like what's stopping him?
But that's assuming like they just fought Law guys. Now this is a chronology thing. Like
yeah.
Are they fighting Law at the same time that this is happening? Or
no. Because the thing is, okay, we don't know if they fought Law guys, went back to their island,
and Law kind of fucked them up too. You think they're gonna fight Law and then go in there?
He did not.
He did, bro.
No, he did.
He was putting in work.
He was not.
You shouldn't disrespect this guy.
I'm not dissing him. I'm just saying he didn't do as much as I thought he should have.
Yeah, but he
100%. Like fighting. I've been saying he should have been doing way more. Like they fucking nerfed him or like whatever the fuck they did.
Fighting like 3 of these guys though. Anyways, that's
but
besides
did
the
Van
point.
Ogre get hit? We didn't see him get hit.
That's besides the point. Anyways, so you're saying they fought him and just showed up on Egghead?
I'm saying they fought him. They could have easily gone to, because we don't know exact timeline.
Yeah, we don't. That's what I'm saying.
They could have gone to what's it called, Hachinose Island, Pirate Island.
Do you think they went back there while Garp was there?
No, prior to Garp getting there, and then they went to fucking Egghead. They could have easily done that, or they could have. Yeah,
but the timing for this is like really weird. Then
it is really weird.
Yeah,
but like it's getting narrated from a future point, and I think it's purposely really weird so that like everything lines up later on.
It'd make more sense for them to just go straight from Law guys to Egghead.
Okay, even if they did, the only person who really got fucked up was Blackbeard.
Yeah.
So then that's fine. He's sitting
But
on ship.
No, because they obviously had to get information of what was happening on Vegapunk's island for them to be like, oh, let's pull up. So
Okay, but
the only reason
Luffy wasn't with them the entire time.
No, but the only
his
reason
whereabouts have been unknown.
the only reason they're pulling up to Egghead is because they like intercepted the marine transmission. So they were like the Marines were already moving on them. Because you were saying when we saw the Blackbeard flag that Marines weren't even there. Like the Marine guys were already like they were moving
But
towards
they
them.
weren't there though. And when did they intercept the thing? Where's that shown? I don't remember reading that at all.
No, because remember how like Blackbeard, like we talked about it like a while back when we remember how does Blackbeard guys how do they have this inside information of like all this stuff?
Yeah.
And it's just because of how they have Aokiji and he's able to like relay that shit essentially.
Right. But
So
then how do they have?
So I'm saying like they could have. So like when Marine, like it's not until after Marines are like on the snail and they're like, yo, this shit's happening.
Yeah.
That like then they realize what's happening.
Okay, but that was never confirmed.
No, not confirmed.
Okay,
but
so you're
that's
just
like,
saying that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can't say that.
Because why else would they just show up to Egghead? Right.
The thing is, I think Egghead was one of 3 islands, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because it's one of the 3. So one was one that Law went to. One is Elbaf.
Yeah.
One is Egghead.
Yeah.
So then they took out Law. Just by sheer luck and coincidence is why they went to Egghead. Because there was only 2 choices, Elbaf or Egghead. And they went to Egghead.
So you're saying they're going to go to Elbaf next?
Yeah, in
that scenario?
In that same scenario, they would go to Elbaf next. But the thing is, if Blackbeard knows Shanks is there, then he's like, nah, fuck that. So Egghead makes the most sense. Because he's like, he's going to run into either Kid or Luffy. And he's like, either way, I'm murking them out. That's what his like thought process is, right?
I think Blackbeard guys are at the point now that they could fight Shanks guys. He's built up his guys where Blackbeard believes in like themselves to fight Shanks guys. Because they've had that 2-year time skip. Like
so you're saying immediately they're not the same. But you're gonna tell me immediately after fighting Law, he's gonna go, yo, let me take my crew and go fight Shanks.
No, I'm not agreeing with any of this. Like your whole thing. I'm not agreeing with any of that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like for like in that situation where you're saying he's okay to pull up on Egghead too.
Yeah.
Then he'd also be okay to pull up on Shanks too.
He's not okay to pull up on Shanks.
Why?
Future sight.
No, I got
that's simply it. Like
no,
his
but
shit's so fucked
I'm
that
talking,
you can't
I'm
even...
talking about in terms of Blackbeard.
Yeah.
Like he himself.
Yeah.
With his whole crew, like he would be able to, like he would pull up and do some scheming shit on Elbaf, maybe hold them all hostage, fuck up Shanks that way.
But Shanks is on Elbaf. Like
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
so I don't think I think again we know that Shanks and Blackbeard have crossed paths before multiple times.
Yeah.
Right. So Blackbeard's probably fully aware of how strong Shanks is, and I think you're overestimating Blackbeard's crew and underestimating Shanks.
Blackbeard's the main antagonist.
No, that's true. That's true. I know he's the main antagonist.
But like we were just talking,
or maybe it's Emu. You don't know.
No, but we were just talking about how last, like, potential theory of last chapter.
Yeah.
Was that maybe Blackbeard's quick fruit was the thing devastating the world.
Yeah.
Like I'm not underestimating Blackbeard at all.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, I don't think so. I'm just saying, like, if he's at this, they're all yonkos.
I said okay.
What?
I said underestimating Shanks, overestimating.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not overestimating him though. Either way,
I'm not underestimating. I was like, all right.
But still, like, they're all yonkos. They can all fight each other.
Yeah.
They're at that stage.
But I'm again, like,
right?
Blackbeard's aware of Shanks' strength. I don't think he's pulling up on Elbaf.
I mean, yeah, I don't even think he's. I still, like, I'm gonna die on that hill where I think they're gonna go in to kill the Gorosei.
Yeah, no,
like,
it makes
I still
sense.
think that's happening.
It makes sense.
That's why I'm like, what does it serve for Katarina to be Bonnie? From Blackbeard's perspective, nothing.
Like, why?
Yeah,
no, because
there's nothing.
He has inside information of what's going on in the inner sanctum.
Well, what's he doing with that?
So then they can plan and plot how to kill the Gorosei or like what's happening. So like, for example, you're moving. Okay. Let me give you an example, right? You're a rabbit. You want this carrot, right? If I can move this carrot however I want, I can move you however I want. Your prey is the carrot. You're my prey. So
yeah,
if I have information,
it's just Bonnie, bro.
It's not just Bonnie. It's everyone in there.
But you're saying Bonnie's influence, like her, like Katarina mimicking Bonnie.
Yeah.
But Bonnie's this character that has enough influence on all these guys.
Information. It's information, bro.
No,
it's
because
the information she has of like, yo,
if Black,
we're going here, so we're gonna move like this. That means XYZ Rabbit Gorosei is gonna move like this. You move like this.
but CP,
That's all it is. You don't
CP
have to influence anybody. You're just giving
CP0 is already
information.
relaying all that information to the Gorosei, right? Does Blackbeard? You're saying
Possibly.
you're
with
saying
Rob
you're
Lucci.
saying
Yeah.
you're saying Katarina knows that CP0 is doing that, or you're saying he doesn't have knowledge of that.
No.
So then like it does that
It's
doesn't
still,
make sense
but
to
it,
me.
no, but it still makes sense. Like so, okay, but you're saying they have knowledge of the Gorosei,
Who?
Blackbeard guys.
Yeah, like that he's
Okay,
there.
so if they have knowledge of the
Yeah.
Gorosei,
Because
they
I'm
know
saying
the Gorosei is coming
I'm
there.
saying because from my perspective, they're intercepting these transmissions. Like
Right.
Aokiji has like he fucking
Yeah,
took jacked some snails with him or something, right? Like
yeah.
he was an admiral before this. Like
That's
he
true.
knows
I
his
mean,
shit.
Like he
Yeah.
could have done that, right?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that let's say they know a Gorosei is coming to Egghead, right? For Vegapunk,
Okay.
right? Rabbit Carrot.
No, I already got
You
that.
know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying that use of Katarina's fruit
Yeah.
is like worse than her mimicking like a marine on that's closer to the Gorosei.
Why?
Because if she can shapeshift to anyone, shapeshift to somebody that's close to the Gorosei.
And then just kill the
You're
Gorosei
still
and just dip.
Even if she like, yeah, you could do that too. But even then, you'll have all that information firsthand either way, because they're relaying that information. You're still gonna have all the information. You'll know exactly like when you're saying move the carrot. Like you don't know how the Gorosei's positioning, like how he's doing his tactics.
Like how
to
he's gonna
move.
move in response.
Yeah,
to how
all
they
you know
move.
is that the carrot's moving here. Maybe they're gonna do this. Maybe they're gonna do this. You don't actually know what they're gonna do. It makes more sense to have Katarina be right next to the Gorosei
Yeah.
to firsthand hear. Okay, the Gorosei's like, okay, we're gonna have people go this way, people go that way, do this. So then you know when he's gonna be vulnerable.
So, but then how does Katarina infiltrate the Gorosei?
I'm saying just being one of those like the fucking random Marines that are just there in the room. She doesn't have to do anything. She just
Yeah,
sit,
she just became a Marine and just in there.
yeah,
Mm.
because she could shapeshift. So like that just makes more sense. Because that's not really doing anything.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna choose somebody, like why would you choose Bonnie out of everyone? She could have chosen like one of the Vegapunks. And that would've been way better.
But the thing is, the reason why you can't pick one of the Vegapunks is because they're all like connected. So then it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, okay, I guess so.
And then
Yeah.
same with like everyone. If you look at everyone in that scenario, everyone's too deeply connected for her to be able to impersonate and get away with it. Bonnie's the only outlier
okay.
that makes sense that she can impersonate, and they would have no idea if the behavior is normal, if the mannerisms are normal, if everything else XYZ, right? That's why people were saying like, it makes sense if it's Bonnie, right?
Well,
I do like what you're saying though, that like impersonate a Marine, get onto the ship, because then that makes sense as to why like where's their ship now, right? Like they somehow blended in with the Marines, right? The only issue I have is like, bro, Kizaru's been with him the entire time.
yeah.
Like you have all these Marines, like nobody can nobody
As
has,
of right now, yeah.
like nobody has observational hockey. Nobody can see this fucking person. Like what the fuck? It's like
Well,
that's
that ties into like what we were talking about like a few podcasts ago.
like it's super,
That observational is not just passive. You have to actually activate it.
yeah. It just
So he's not gonna just have it active when they're just sipping
I mean,
tea
he's
and
but
shit.
he's like a Gorosei and he's going into battle and shit, right?
They
It just
There's a reason why
I find it like super shitty. Like if people like the top people in the verse can't figure out the person right next to them is a fucking traitor. Like what the fuck is that?
no, because the Marines are very like they're like the way like their system is.
Yeah.
They're not like because they're not free. Like it adds to their downfall because like you can just sit there and be quiet as a Marine and just not do anything and just like take orders
No, it's
and
true.
that's fine
Yeah.
and like they won't even know that you're a Marine,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
pretend to be a Marine, like fucking what's his face, Mr. 3 in Marineford became one of the executioner guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
like
that's
there's so
true.
much oblivious shit happening in the
Yeah,
Marines
yeah,
because
yeah.
of the way it's like
Structured?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why like
But-
it makes more like.
But that doesn't say right with me.
An observation isn't passive, so
But like that doesn't say right with me. You're telling me like fucking she's gonna just be able to infiltrate.
she's not gonna
like, the
kill him
top-
though. It's just
one
to
of the top
to
dudes?
relay the information, because she's like, if she tries to kill him, she probably
Yeah.
he's gonna instantly go into that whatever that form was that they showed before.
Yeah.
So I don't think she's strong enough to like beat him or something.
Yeah. So you think that the Blackbeard pirates are like, so for example, Luffy guys are gonna move, Gorosei is gonna move a certain way, Blackbeard pirates are gonna pull up, kill the Gorosei, and Luffy guys are gonna make their escape to Elbaf.
Yeah.
That's what you think is gonna happen?
Yeah. It's either that or they come in for Robin.
Okay.
Because that's the only thing that makes sense is either they go to Vegapunk for his knowledge on like Ohara,
Yeah.
but even he can't read the poneglyphs.
That's
So-
true. That's true.
maybe like if they don't know that information, they're probably gonna try and hope that he has that information.
Yeah.
But Robin would be the only other thing. It's either you go for Robin or you kill the Gorosei. Like, what is Blackbeard really doing there? Other than that, he already.
That's
like,
if he's even there.
Yeah.
Like it could be just like one of his his members or whatever, right?
There was also in the chapter, so Saturn says
Yep.
this line.
Yep. I was gonna bring it up.
Where he's like, humans are no different from insects. Even if their number is reduced, they'll just multiply again.
Heard it here first.
And like just the way that he said humans makes it seem like they're not.
Heard it here first.
I know.
Yeah. I've been said it. I fucking said that shit. That they're not human. That they human shell and their actual true forms are devils. Hey, watch this shit come true. I've been saying that shit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
For them to be that long alive for that long.
Exactly.
Like it makes complete sense.
Kizaru cool. Though in this chapter.
Yeah.
Pulls up with his mirror. His mirror move.
Yeah.
And then he pulls up on Sentomaru. And the thing is, we actually got more into Kizaru's character.
Yeah.
Because normally he like doesn't give a fuck, but he's like, nah, like that's my boy. I don't want to fight him. And then I also can't not fight someone with that conviction, right? He says something along those lines of like, if somebody does their job with such duty, I have to fight that person or whatever, right? Or
yeah.
Yeah. Like, and I didn't think Kizaru was like cared as much.
Well, no, because they make that difference where people were saying he's just lazy.
Yeah.
It's not that like he doesn't like leading people, but like he still very much follows the orders. And
no, that's true.
Like
that's
he's
true.
not just
that's
gonna, he's not like, oh, I'm too lazy to do that. No, he just doesn't want to like give orders.
I mean, like
to
we saw it. He's like Santamaru's like, yo, you really gonna fuck up Vegapunk? And he's like, yeah, bro.
Like he just doesn't like leading. That's all it is.
Yeah,
like it's too much effort for him to actually like lead people.
Yeah.
So there's a big distinction there.
But he pulled up and tried to kick the shit out of Santamaru. Santamaru blocked it, bro.
Yeah, Santamaru was on some crazy shit.
So a lot of people were like, bro, either Santamaru's a monster or Kizaru's fucking ass. Because I mean, Santamaru did say he has he has really strong.
He uses the six powers techniques,
and he uses hockey.
So he has like the what is it called, Tekkai or something.
Yeah.
The when he hardens his body and shit.
Yeah.
And even in the panel, like it could be because of the light, but it's all black.
Yeah.
So it could be because he put like full body armor on as well.
And the thing is, we knew he was using hockey pre-time skip too, right?
Yeah.
So like he's been proficient with hockey for that long.
He 100% should have grown.
Yeah.
It's nice that he's on Luffy's side though.
Santamaru?
Helping Vegapunk guys. Yeah. Because just pre-time skip, Santamaru was just like an oddball.
He was,
in terms of like the Marines. Like it felt weird, him being a part of it.
Yeah.
And just like the I don't know, the way he talks and stuff, it's like he doesn't really fit with the Marines. So
yeah.
I'm curious to see where he goes from there. One thing we forgot to talk about was also he has sea prism bubbles, Vegapunk.
Yeah.
For the Seraphims.
Oh yeah, we completely missed that entirely.
Yeah, what are the odds that like either Nami or Usopp or somebody like weaponizes 100%. This now?
Like all of them.
Right?
Anyone who doesn't have hockey, this is their go-to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was already expecting.
But didn't we already knew about these bubbles?
No.
Yeah, the Mark III pacifista used them.
He used them for what? Like when did he use these?
Like the Mark IIIs used those bubbles.
Yeah.
Earlier in the arc, I can't remember when.
I don't remember them using like the sea prism bubbles to like.
I swear it was sea prism.
Like because we might have seen Kuma in like when he was getting shipped out in CP with the CP0. Yeah. We might have seen him in like a bubble or something, but I don't really remember like what it was.
But it's interesting
now that this is like now that we know that it's a bubble, because that could have been like a chamber.
But how was that bubble enough to like stop the Seraphims?
Yeah, like they can't destroy it.
Yeah, like it's a bubble.
Well, they probably don't have hockey.
Well, yeah, but they have lasers. They can shoot lasers, can't they?
But it's kind of like when Luffy had
it like stops them.
Yeah,
it like stops them like that. Like it just drains them, and they're just like, we can't move.
Well, Mihawk he got trapped without his sword.
Yeah.
So he can't use this. He's just like, what is he gonna do?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, we didn't get that flashback, but now we can just assume Zoro rocked the shit out of the Mihawk one.
No.
Yeah. He didn't have a sword.
You're hilarious.
What? How are you gonna let go of a sword like that?
No, because they literally talk about it.
What do they say?
Because
they only talk about the
Luffy with Hancock.
Hancock one.
Yeah.
How she's legitimately just Hancock.
Yeah.
And like every time Luffy talks to her, she just like feels some type of way. So that means every other Seraphim should be like exactly like how their other counterpart.
But they also mentioned how they don't have any orders to do anything.
Yeah.
So they just, you know, now that they have York trapped, it's just as easy as York saying like, oh, stop,
So then why do they have to have them in bubbles?
to prevent anything else going forward. Because now even if they get orders, they can't do anything. Right?
From York?
From anyone, yeah.
Well,
Like
'cause-
mainly because the Gorsai's at the top of the chain.
Yeah, but see,
So-
they don't know that the Gorsai are coming.
They don't know.
Yeah.
But like that's
so,
what I'm saying. But it's for any future, like,
Yeah.
because it could go either way. Like if York's not captive anymore, York can say some shit. And
yeah.
it's kind of weird that York for some reason trumps any of the other Vegapunks.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. At all.
Unless like, she's number 6, so maybe if it's numbered in like.
No, but like Stella should have the maximum authority
No, they should.
regardless.
Unless they had it like the highest number has like the highest like seniority or whatever it is. I don't know.
That doesn't make sense.
No.
No.
Why?
Why would that have? Why would that be more than?
Well, that's the only way that like it makes sense. Unless they have to carry out the order before they stop. But that makes no sense because they still stopped.
I don't know. Maybe you could program them, because they are like clone cybernetic,
But-
things.
Vegapunk does talk about. This is a totally separate thing because that's like I don't know where.
Yeah, where we're going with that. Yeah.
He talks about how the Hancock one has this personality trait that went from the original to her.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
I just said that.
sorry, no, but I'm saying like just talking about the other seraphims, like how that's gonna change stuff.
I just said that.
When did you say that?
I was like, yo, like the fact that this is Hancock
Yeah,
Seraphim has it, that means all the other ones are probably gonna have it too.
But I just want to like open that discussion up. That's
Okay,
that's what I want to talk
okay.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the Jimby one has like undying loyalty for Luffy as well too, right? So
Yeah.
it's like for that one, is he also gonna like switch sides, or
Yeah.
do you think he's just gonna have loyalty for whoever orders him or something? Because Jimby's like a very honorable,
He is.
guy.
He is. But
so he maybe might not do any schemy things.
I think.
So if you
But
order,
the thing is, Jimby's character to me seemed as though someone who like has loyalty to you once you earn his respect.
yeah,
So Luffy right now hasn't earned the respect of
that's Seraphim.
that Seraphim.
So you're saying eventually?
Eventually, I think it would. It'd be like some
Okay.
shit like that, right?
I was thinking that also kind of stops him from, like, if the Gorosei orders him to do some schemy ass shit,
Yeah.
he might not even do that because he's like, that's just not like.
But the thing is, he was already like moving on York's commands, so you can't
He
even. Say that
no, he
with
was,
one
but
side.
she didn't order him to do schemy shit. She just ordered him to kill him. But I'm saying
That's
like,
pretty schemy if you tell me.
Like-
what's more schemy than that?
like
What?
no, because that's not scheming. That's just outright fucking like like do you know what I
Okay.
mean? Like scheming is like
Some,
low
like,
key, just
underhanded.
yeah.
like,
Like I want
take somebody
like
hostage.
I want you to pretend to be this guy's friend and then fuck him up. Like you know what I mean? Like some shit like that. Right?
Okay.
Whatever, man. Like you know what I'm saying. And then the Mihawk one, this is for sure gonna be a pseudo Mihawk fight for Zoro.
Zoro already kicked it
Now
off,
that they
bro.
even said that the personalities kind of show through as
Yeah,
well.
Yeah.
It's like this guy's like 90p. He's Mihawk.
Yeah. But like, there's no
Right.
need for them to fight anymore.
Why?
He's trapped in a bubble.
Huh?
There's no need for them to.
No,
fight.
I know, but what do you mean no need?
Like, how are they gonna make them two fight each other?
Well, I mean,
you know what I mean? It's not.
they'll probably be untrapped from the bubble. Like that's just like we'll see.
I
how
don't
it goes.
think like.
Or maybe even like a later arc, because this is
Yeah. I'm saying
'cause this is them-
I'm saying in this arc.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase.
okay.
In this arc, I don't see them fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is
But I'd already said that way back, like 50 podcasts ago, almost
Yeah.
a year ago.
I know,
I
but
had said that.
this is just it's a slow pace, right?
Yeah.
It takes forever.
Yeah, I know. But I had said that. Big said that.
How do you feel about them running away from this incident though?
I
It's
mean,
kind of weird. Like,
it doesn't matter. They're not.
you
That's
think
not
they're
their,
gonna, or they're not gonna be able to?
Okay, first of all, I think it's more so they're not running away and they're running towards. It's like you show a kid candy, is he running away from you or running towards the candy?
What do you talking about?
I think they're excited to go to Elbaf. So
No,
they're
Luffy is, but
yeah,
like,
and I think their excitement is what's pulling them away from here.
I guess so.
Yeah,
But like these guys don't plan on letting him leave. Like obviously
But
they're
that's
just
the whole
they're
Blackbeard.
like Luffy's all,
Blackbeard
like they're
element
always
to it,
running away
you
from
know?
one island to the next.
Yeah,
But like, I don't know. I feel like he has to show this war. Like like if they successfully get away from here,
yeah,
it's kind of like it doesn't suck, but it's like yo, you're such a pump fake, bro.
yeah. Just gonna
Like-
off screen this entire war.
not off screen it, just literally like
Yeah.
they go a kilometer out, then they could burst another kilometer out,
Yeah.
and then they just they just dip,
Yeah.
and then you have like a Blackbeard versus like Gorosei egghead fucking thing going down.
Just a cover page.
Just cover.
Just a cover page.
Just
That's
cover.
it.
Just cover. Cover literally like every cover page will
story?
just be cover,
That's it. Yeah. And then that's it.
I don't know. Like it could be some shit like that.
I mean,
Cause like
does he have like, depending on how fast Oda's trying to wrap this up, like the whole One Piece saga, right? Maybe that's the case.
Cause I had this idea for the Seraphims.
Yeah.
Where, you know how like the first time they fought the Pacifista, they didn't know what to do and they got fucking rolled.
Yeah.
And then after they got
Came
Haki,
back and they're just monsters. Yup.
I think with the Seraphim, like this was kind of, people have already been making that linkage of how this is similar arcs.
Similar arcs. Yeah. I agree.
With this, I was thinking, now that they're trapped, like they had that taste of what Seraphims can do.
Yeah.
And now that, and maybe in their fights, they might have seen some type of
way to defeat them.
Yeah. Like, no, the first time they saw it, it's like a coincidence. Like, in Egghead, they didn't realize what it is. Now, when they come back later, they're going to be like, oh, we've already dealt with these guys. And they've grown so much since then. And it's going to be another, like, just a way to show their growth.
But I think we already had that with Zoro identifying that, like, yo, his skin was brown, his hair was white, and the fire on his back.
What do you mean just saying that, though?
So, like, because they didn't know how to deal with the Seraphims, with Zoro saying that they're Lunarian, they now know how to deal with them. So I think him saying that is basically that.
But even
because I don't think we're getting, like, what you said, I don't think is going to happen.
Because him saying, like, they're Lunarian, like, how did that really help with them defeating him?
Like, explaining, like, the whole...
Yeah.
Change, defense, fire, all that shit.
Yeah.
So then that
helps in the fighting. Yeah.
Exactly. When their defenses are most, when their attack power is the most, everything, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking more for their devil fruit, like cuff, like the things that they have,
their
bubbles or whatever.
Powers.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I was thinking more so something along the lines of like how to stop that happening.
Well, like, okay, Luffy mercs out the Hancock one. There you go. GG.
Or if like, now that they know that the way the personalities are, because that's like they just learned that up.
Yeah.
Maybe next fight they're gonna like play into the personality.
The only one who's like a huge outlier here is the Kuma one.
For the personality.
Yeah.
Because we don't even know.
Yeah. At all. So.
Yeah, because even like the flashback with like Sabo and stuff, like he not much of a personality there.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. There's another thing though. At the end of the chapter, Luffy says there's a bright light coming from below, or someone powerful's coming.
Is that's Kizaru? No.
Yeah, I think people are saying it's Kizaru, but yo,
what do you think?
Okay, so first of all, Luffy had a sweat bead on his face.
Okay.
Right? So people are like, bro,
why is he sweating?
Why is he sweating when he fought a Yonko and he's sweating against an Admiral? And it sparked the whole Yonko Admiral debate again. Like, yo, who's stronger? Yonkos or Admirals? Because of Luffy sweating against fucking one dude.
What the fuck is that? I don't know, man.
So I think it is Kizaru. Like, like he murked out Sentomaru and he's here. And
yo, honestly, no, he's not even. It's not even like he's sweating, because right before that he was so carefree of them, like just dipping. Because they're little, like, they already. It's a bead of sweat. There's a bead of sweat. They already made it to their ship.
Yeah, like zoom in, bro. It's a bead of sweat.
No, I got, but it's like barely. Like, it's just to emphasize that dramatic shift from like them being like, oh, like we're just about to dip, and then Kizaru's already there.
I would like that it's Kizaru, and we have that again parallel with the archipelago.
I don't think it's Gorosei.
I think it's the Gorosei. Bro, you know what I'm saying? That parallel of like Kizaru pulls up on them.
Yeah.
They're all like, yo, we don't know what to do. But this time they're like,
we know what to do.
Gotcha, bitch.
Well, just because, I would think it's Kizaru.
Yeah.
But he literally just got stopped by Sentomaru.
Right, but he's light, so he can move pretty fast. It makes sense, the speed at which he moves. He's not,
but he's like, they did say he doesn't actually move at the speed of light.
Well, like his.
I know, but like Sentomaru has dealt with him enough.
Yeah.
You're saying Kizaru got stopped by Sentomaru and he's like, I'm not even gonna fight you anymore. I'm gonna dip and go fight Luffy.
Oh, he like kicked the shit out of him.
Yeah, like I think
Kizaru kicked him far away. Not like defeated him, but he kicked him like hard enough that he went far enough that he could make this distance. Because I don't think I don't even think Kizaru wants to fight Sentomaru.
Yeah.
Right.
So he stopped. He's like going after them.
Yeah. But so he like I think he like kicked him hard enough that he just went far away.
What if it's Blackbeard guys?
With light?
It's not light though.
It's not light? Isn't it like? Can I see?
It's just you're like, it's crazy because you kind of assume it's light.
Show me.
But the panel, it's just showing Luffy like
Oh, looking down.
it's just like an artistic thing. Like it's not
Yeah.
really showing that it's a light.
Yeah, someone very
He's just
strong
like,
is
oh,
coming.
like someone's coming. Like it's just
Oh, so it could be Blackbeard.
it could very
It
much
could be Blackbeard.
yeah
Damn, that's crazy. But that's like, do you think it's too early
for their run-in.
for yeah? Because it's on site.
I don't know. I don't think it is on site.
Yeah,
At least not yet.
I think it's on site.
Because Luffy doesn't know that Garp's missing in action. He doesn't know this yet. And I think if it is Blackbeard, guys, like this is gonna be like they're gonna have a conversation that's gonna be like everyone's gonna be smiling, like listening, like watching this, like like reading this.
Like, what do you mean?
In the same way that like we had those little Luffy interactions with Blackbeard.
Yeah.
But that that very first Luffy interaction with Blackbeard.
Yep.
How everyone like just goes back to it and they just talk about like how
He was introduced.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then like everything like it's just always talked about.
Yeah.
I think this is gonna be like another one of those moments then.
Why would it be like that?
Cause maybe it's a Blackbeard saying like maybe he's talking shit. Maybe he brings up that he has Garp and Luffy's like, nah, you're lying.
I think it's gonna be.
Maybe it's like a
I
whole,
don't think it's gonna be like the first. Sorry, go ahead.
but it'll be something connecting those, like from the first time they showed him, and then in Pal Down where he saw him.
I think
And
it's.
then-
I think it's Impel Down and now. So when he sees Blackbeard and Impel Down,
Yeah.
Blackbeard's the one that got Ace fucked over.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna see him again, and Blackbeard's the one that got Garp fucked over.
Yeah.
So that's the parallels I see that they're gonna make, not back to the original Jet
But
Island one.
But I'm saying all three of them, cause that's like a. Cause why would it just be those two?
Family,
But it
Ace.
no, but I
Garp,
think it makes
Heave.
sense to, cause I think there will be like a line drop from Blackbeard that's gonna mention something about the D or something.
like the Will of D.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
something that's just like mysterious in the same way that the first one was,
Yeah,
where he's like, they're
like, he's like dreams are alive.
yeah,
or some shit
like
like that.
something like that,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you're gonna be like, damn, like Blackbeard, it's gonna
Knows
change
some
the way we
shit?
think of it's gonna change the way we think of him or something.
What do you think he's gonna pull up and be like?
I can't say. I don't fucking know.
Suck on D's nuts, like.
Well, no, he could even say like, I heard you got the Nika fruit or like something.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, so now like he actually had information about this, or
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and maybe that's him pulling up to get Robin now.
Or I think the thing is, I would like to see. I think they're gonna fight. Like they're gonna have a confrontation.
Luffy and Blackbeard.
Blackbeard-
If that's him.
If that's him, Blackbeard pulls up.
Yeah.
Drops the Garp bomb on him.
then they
Luffy
just
fights
fight?
him. Luffy fights him.
I don't know. Man.
Listen. Luffy fights him, and then he gets.
Is that the incident?
Huh? Like that's the incident. Like that's the egghead incident. Is like with Luffy fighting Blackbeard. And I think like now this is like a stretch.
How does anyone recover from? How does either crew get out of this without somebody dying though?
I think it's gonna be like a momentary clash, not like a full on. Like it's gonna be like
a hockey clash?
or like a fist or like whatever.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be like a thing where it's gonna like cause like a shockwave.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like maybe hockey clash, like whatever it could be. And I think it's for us to show, because right now, right, as One Piece readers, Luffy's power is so insane that you don't see him losing. Right?
Yeah.
Like his the degree of the power that
I
he
guess
has,
so.
you're like it's
So you're-
unreal. So we're gonna see something that's gonna humble Luffy. Like Blackbeard's gonna do some shit.
Somebody else was saying the same thing.
Blackbeard's
That we need to see Luffy
Humble.
take an L.
That's what I mean. So Blackbeard's gonna pull up, give him an L,
It's
and they're gonna run away.
I don't think it's okay. It's something I can see something quick happening.
Yeah, like
Where because Luffy hasn't been touched by his darkness yet.
because it could. This is what
I think
yeah,
this is just gonna be where Luffy gets hit by his darkness,
Yeah,
doesn't know what the fuck's happening,
Yeah.
and then he hits him with the quake fruit
yeah.
and does some devastating damage
Yeah.
there or something.
No, of course.
right? Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, because I think what I would like to see, like the Egghead incident, if it was like both of their Delphi awakenings just fucked the island. So like now half the island's in darkness and half the island is just fucking rubber.
What the fuck?
You know what I mean? Like also like Aokiji
Yeah,
Akainu shit.
No, I get it, but I no, I don't want to see that. I just think it's in terms of like the story, if they do fight, it's all that suspense they've been building up,
Yeah,
it kind of takes that away. But like
I
it
don't
not
think
not
so.
not like
I don't
like,
think so.
like-
It's a checkpoint. Like
It's a checkpoint. It's a
That's what I mean.
checkpoint.
It's a
'Cause it's-
checkpoint.
the thing is once he gets hit by it, then
Yeah,
when it comes to him fighting Blackbeard again later,
yeah,
because he's already dealt with it, now it's
Yeah.
gonna be like okay, maybe Luffy learned how to like get through it.
Yeah.
Whereas before it would have been like he just met Blackbeard for the first time.
Yeah, like
He's getting rocked for a little bit.
and
He
now
needs to learn mid fight
mid-fight.
how to deal with it, and that would have been
Mhm.
cooler and a little bit
Yeah,
more
yeah.
different.
The thing is, like, we also have to consider like where the Gorosei is and all this too, right? Because if Blackbeard pulls up on Luffy guys, Gorosei guys are pulling up right there,
So do you think this is probably where the incident actually starts?
probably right here.
If that is Blackbeard,
Yeah.
yeah,
Or like he said, someone strong is coming.
it has to be.
It's the Gorosei.
It's
You said it's the
it's gotta
Gorosei.
be either-
You said it's
yeah.
the Gorosei.
I don't think it's
Or they
Kizaru
introduce
anymore.
like brand new character, Admiral.
No, I
I'm kidding.
yeah, Blackbeard or Gorosei make the most sense,
Kizaru makes sense too, to be honest.
kind of, but
The thing is, in the official translations, this could completely change everything.
it could.
Like he could be like, oh, the dark guy, oh, the light guy is coming, oh, the XYZ
see.
guy
We'll
is coming.
see,
And then
yeah.
it could like just completely change our entire interpretation of what's happening, right?
Well, considering that Luffy is sweating,
Yeah,
you would assume it's somebody above an admiral level.
that's true.
So Blackbeard
true.
and Gorosei make the most sense.
You would assume
People
you
are
would
just
assume.
assuming it's
But
Kizaru.
the reason why I said like Kizaru, and I wasn't saying that because like the whole Admiral Yonko debate, I wasn't trying to spark any of that. It's Luffy basically went through trauma last time Kizaru pulled up on him.
Okay.
So him pulling up on him again kind of gave him like flashbacks to that trauma, and that was his just initial response to him pulling up.
Okay.
And then he's gonna be like, "No, yo, like I'm good. Like I'm not that version of myself anymore." You know what I mean? Not that Luffy's like that.
He's not like that.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
He's not like
But
that
I'm
at
just
all.
saying it'd been like a quick like body thing, and then he's like, "No, like what the fuck," you know?
Yeah. Well, because if they do this Blackbeard fight,
Yeah,
this is his chance to also use Katarina to shapeshift.
that's true.
If they want to, like, this could be the time where they switch out Bonnie. Now,
Now and
because
then
now they're outside. Now they're outside of the
And you're
lab.
saying she follows them to Elbaf?
100%.
That'd be wild.
Because that makes
That'd be
that
wild.
makes way more sense.
I don't know. Bonnie's recovery from like the memories and everything
Yeah.
was like too quick, or it just was like
It's
off
not
screen.
recovery, dude. It's like she was pissed at Vegapunk
Yeah,
because
then
she
she
didn't
started
have
crying.
because she didn't have information.
Yeah, yeah,
But after she saw the memory, she's like, okay, like I can't just blame, like it's not his fault.
right. But
It's just
like,
her coming to terms with it because she just got like an influx of the memories. It's not like it's not so quick. It's just like, okay, like
yeah,
my anger was misplaced. That's what that is.
yeah.
So that's for sure within her character, and like I think that takes away from her character if it's already Katarina. Like that needs to be like that moment that her and Luffy had where she's like, like I'm good now. That should be like just Bonnie. Like that's her.
When she's like, "I'm good now," like that little panel with
Yeah,
her
just
and
having that
Luffy,
conversation.
That's such a minor panel.
Well,
How is that like taking away from her character at all?
because that's where the whole shift came from. Because that's where last time we saw her, she was crying with the memories.
No, because the next
And then-
panel after is her eating food, where everyone in like it's a giant panel and like she's just munching on food.
But you don't like, but you didn't get any dialogue from her.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. So this is her actually talking like even because Luffy mentions it. He's like,
yeah,
oh, like you changed so much. Before you were so like just whack essentially because you're just so angry and everything. Yeah.
So you think
And-
like
and,
she
like,
basically had like a
Like, she just came to terms with it.
came to terms with everything, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm good. Like
Basically,
everything's fine."
well, her whole beef was with Vegapunk,
I don't know.
and we also still don't know what this end goal was that
Yeah.
Kuma was going for,
I'm not so. Okay,
and why he turned into a
I'd be okay
pacifista.
with that, as long as they show us the flashback memories.
Yeah, that's fine.
If they don't show us that, then I'm not okay with it at all.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we're all. I think most of us want to see that. We all
Kuma's
want
memories.
we all wanna
I
see
think
it.
most people want to see God Valley.
that too. But everyone, I think, you want to see why Kuma chose to do this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like what led him to this point, and then
Mhm.
yeah, I think it makes most sense. And then that way Bonnie is not there on Elbaf, like really, and she could be like I don't know somewhere
Egghead?
else. No,
On
she could be doing
Egghead?
something else.
On Egghead.
Maybe not on Egghead, but she could also been. Maybe she's picked up by the revolutionaries or something. Like
On Egghead.
maybe she leaves.
She's on.
Egghead.
it's
I know.
like-
Maybe she leaves Egghead. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
anything. Like but like it's just that way.
The thing is, if I don't think Katarina takes Bonnie's place, like it would be dope if that happens.
Yeah.
The issue is like, where does she go on? Like,
Afterwards,
yeah,
Like
that's
in
the issue.
Elbaf?
No, not even in Elbaf. In Egghead. Like, let's say you leave Bonnie behind, she's fucked.
No. But it would be like, well, she might even go back to Hachinose.
Yeah. I think Bonnie plays a even bigger part of the story than we're leading on.
For what?
Because you know how way back when she turns Luffy Zoro guys like old or young or whatever, right? Vegapunk says she has the power to distort futures. Like he says distort future, some shit like that, right? And I think her like she's
That's
gonna
beast.
that's what I mean. She's gonna be incremental, bro. Instrumental? I don't know. Instrumental to like the next beginning, like half this saga of One Piece, especially with like devil fruits and shit. How they're people's dreams and like it's essentially
if it plays into that.
If it plays it like think about it, a dream is a potential future you could have had.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So
right?
she can distort futures.
If it all plays into that, she's a beast.
Well, because if she can turn you into a kid and make it so you can't even use your devil fruit properly, like assume like say she because she can do that with everyone she touches except for Blackbeard.
Turn everyone into a kid.
Yeah,
I mean,
because Blackbeard on contact, he's taking your
that's
fruit
true. That's
away.
true. But I'm saying like any non hot like devil fruit user is fine.
No, because either way, you're going back to a kid.
Yeah, but you still have your skill. Like you're still have your brain. Or does your brain become a kid too? Actually, that's unknown.
That's what I'm saying.
No, because
well, it might still stay. Even if your brain stays, it's like now you have a small body. What are you gonna? You think you're performing the same way? You think you're physically like there still?
You still have hockey. You know, you still have like all these other things.
But you're not physically there anymore. Because even when Bonnie turned herself into like an old grandma in when their reverie was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she's like her face is all like fucking like saggy and shit. Like,
yeah.
So and that can change like she can make you so brittle that you can't actually
do function.
Fight.
Yeah, that's true.
And then also the other way, like that's really broken.
No, it is really broken.
Yeah.
I think she's more important than
I think
people
she's broken. But
no, I think she's more important than people lead her on to be. Like even though she just got like.
I mean, her importance has been like kind of cemented with Egghead.
Even more. Oh, yeah. Like, but I think it's more. I think it goes beyond Kuma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like not just getting his memories. I think it's like Yeah.
No, I think she's gonna help Luffy guys in the final war. But I've been along that train of thought where like the worst generation is gonna come to his aid.
Everyone
like
Kid's dead, Law's dead.
Either they die or they come to his aid.
Yeah.
Anyone who makes it to that point.
Yeah. I mean, obviously Zoro's gonna help him. You know, worst generation and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
what the heck?
What?
Anyways,
people tend to forget. Gotta remind them.
Let's talk about Bleach.
All right. So Bleach episode 6. I don't know. It was okay. Like like it was a nice episode. It's just I felt like we needed more time with the fear guy.
It was pretty quick. It was just one episode, but
yeah.
I don't know. What I liked about it was how Byakuya came, and he kind of
clean as fuck.
It was clean.
Bro.
But even
bro pulled up with his Shikai, and Buddy's like, "Yo, you got your Bankai back?" And he's like,
"Nah, bro.
Yeah,
I don't need that to fight you."
Clean as fuck, bro.
But also like
Byakuya is him, man.
They did it in the manga too, but just the way he came back and he kind of mentored Rukia, and he didn't really like steal the spotlight from her.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool, and then also Rukia's growth herself of how she's like turning herself she's getting hit with absolute zero.
Yeah.
Like she's almost like a living corpse.
Yeah. The thing is do they explain her Bankai? So cuz she says her Shikai's power is not like snow, it's actually turning her body's temperature to below zero.
Yeah.
And then she's channeling that cold.
Yeah.
What does her Bankai do?
What do you, like is that not it?
No, that was her Shikai.
No, no. When she turned into that form, that's her Bankai.
The explanation was for when she gets hit with the fear stuff in her hand, and she's like, "Yo, this is what my sword actually does."
So,
and then she goes into her Bankai, and it doesn't explain
her Bankai was her reaching absolute zero, because before that she wasn't at absolute zero.
You want to search it up?
Not yet. But it was for her reaching absolute zero.
Okay. So all it does is increase the temp?
Because decrease the temperature.
Or like decrease the temp? Yeah.
Because she was still learning how to do it.
Yeah.
Where she had to slowly undo it so that she wouldn't just break her own body.
Yeah. So do you think that was her first time hitting Bankai then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, she might have done it like a couple like one time in training, learned it. came down, because she says like her wording is like, I'm not used to this yet. Like almost like she's done it at least once.
I
before.
think she was saying she wasn't used to the power, like her sword's true power.
Oh, maybe.
And I think she did Bankai for the first time then under Byakuya's mentorship. Which is like, that's crazy. That's such a significant moment.
Maybe.
Brother sister moment, bro. Gotta love that, bro.
maybe. Like that's. It's just her like wording of it. Why would she say she doesn't have it under control yet when that's her first time going into the Bankai? That phrasing seems weird.
No. I think it was like, because you know how she didn't have like her full power wasn't unleashed before. Now she got her full power and she's like, yo, I have a hard time
going into it.
Yeah.
But why? Like, but she said like there's just a use of saying yet. Like she's a hard time like doing that. Like, it's your first time doing it. If that was really her first time doing it, then like that phrasing seems awkward to me. But had she, you would assume that when she came out of this training that like she hit that level, and then like the same way Renji hit his Bankai.
Yeah.
Like,
but I think, no.
It's just harder. It was just hard for her.
No. But prior to Renji's training, Renji had already achieved his Bankai. He had. Rukia had not.
That wasn't his Bankai though.
No, but it was still Bankai level. It was still Bankai level.
I guess
it was still Bankai level.
Like, okay, but that's not even like you kind of.
No.
That's so like saying Kenpachi's Shikai's Bankai level.
No, but like so it was, like, it was because he had like said it wrong or whatever. But it was still like a Bankai, right? Like it's like he still tapped into that plane, but not fully, right? Okay. Whereas Rukia never entered that plane, and then now she got the power, and then she entered it now.
But nobody's Bankai's ever been like that.
Like what?
Every time they tap into it, even Ichigo when he first time taps into it, no one talks about it like that.
Like what?
The way she did, where she's like, I'm not used to it yet, because like
I think it's because of how it affects her body.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Her Bankai is one of the only ones
different.
It's different. Exactly. So that's what I mean.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's most likely that she tapped into it once before at the end of training. Because
I think
you're saying she left training without even learning the Bankai.
Yep. And then Byakuya like reassured her, like, yo, like, no, she probably
tapped into it once.
No. I think she probably had the power to get into Bankai. She didn't have the confidence in herself. Byakuya was like, yo, you're strong enough to do it. And then she's like, yeah, like, fuck yeah, I got this. Let me do it. That's what I think.
Well, Byakuya was also up there in the training.
Okay.
So he could have also
they're
been
on different floors, weren't they?
We don't. Their whole training is kind of like off screen.
Okay, yeah.
So, but he could have also been there for when she was training and when she first.
No, her and Renji came down together. So then they would have been on. Yeah, they would have been on different.
Like he did his own training, but I'm saying like we don't really know what they were doing with their training.
Yeah.
And like, it just seems weird for me. Like if she dipped without even learning her true Bankai, and she just left and went down to go fight.
I don't think so.
Because why wouldn't she stay there until she was ready to like actually hit Bankai?
Like I was saying, she didn't have the confidence to pull it off.
I think she had the confidence in training, but when it came to like being in front of the enemy, she lost her confidence, and then and then Byakuya like reassured her, and then she was actually able to do it.
Let us know in the comments. Do you think Rukia had her Bankai beforehand, or she got it right then and there?
No, actually, and then they do shift over to that weird old guy. So basically, they're healing. I think are they healing Kenpachi or they're healing somebody? It's Kenpachi's like pink haired girl.
Yeah.
Yachiru.
Yeah. Yachiru and the lieutenant to
the other Yachiru.
Yeah, the other Yachiru.
Like the squad 4 captain.
Yeah, the squad 4 lieutenant.
Unahana.
She's healing people, and like Yachiru's been like dragging people in to get healed. Yeah. And I think, who did she bring in? I thought she brought in Kensei, no? Was it not Kensei? And
that was Rukia was taking them.
Oh, was she?
Rukia, like after their fight, Rukia goes to grab them and take them.
So yeah,
but I thought it was because we don't know what happened to Kenpachi after that fight.
We don't.
So I thought Kenpachi was being healed.
No, I don't remember.
They don't show it.
Yeah,
they don't show him. But that's because like why is Yachiru there without? Because she's always with Kenpachi.
That's true.
So that's why I
just think it was okay. Maybe. Yeah, and then we see this old weirdo.
Yeah,
old weirdo pull up.
Yeah, so it's just.
And like she punches him, but then she punches herself. So we'll find out what his powers are.
I thought it was a solid episode.
No, yeah, people
were talking about. I'm just gonna go back for because the Rukia fight was like the bulk of the episode.
Yeah.
They were talking about how when you first see Rukia doing her stance,
Yeah.
and she has it's like a ribbon
It's
that comes off her blade.
Yeah, like the hilt.
It's a circle.
Yep.
And that's kind of like showing like it's like a circle that's confining her.
Okay.
And when she hits her bankai,
Yeah.
the ribbon becomes like a butterfly wing.
Wing on her back.
Like she's kind of like
well, cause
like she's come out of her cocoon. Like she's like
her shikai, prior to her training, her shikai would only freeze like a pillar, a circle around her pillar area.
Yeah.
And then when she came back from her training, it's
everything free range.
Everything free range. Yeah. Which is why I was saying she wasn't used to her power. Is what she was saying, and that's why she got her bankai down.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I thought the symbolism there was cool. Like
no, it definitely was.
Kubo's been doing a lot of callbacks.
Yeah.
Like really well, and it's like subtle things. Like you either notice it or you don't. It's not like forced.
No, 100%. I really hope we see more of Shinji because man just got bodied.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, come on, Shinji.
No, I'm excited for next episode. I think we're gonna get so much shit.
Now. Oh yeah,
like
for sure.
Every episode.
For sure.
Is that it?
I think that's it.
Yeah, the bulk of the episode was literally just One Piece manga, but it's Shonen Jump's on break. It was on break this week, so
there wasn't much to talk about.
Luckily, we did get the leak hella early
for One Piece. Yeah,
we will talk about it again next week for just briefly for if there's any significant changes. We'll talk more about it.
Yep.
But
so go down there, like, comment, subscribe. Twitter's in our description, TikTok's there, Instagram coming never. And if you agreed with any of our thoughts, let us know. If you disagreed, let us know. We try to, reply to all the comments. Thanks for watching. Peace.